as far down as you can get it.
Yeah.
I can hold it for you if you
Oh
want.
yeah, that works. Thank you.
Now, this coating on here is aloe vera and vitamin E.
Mhm.
We could wash it off, but I'd rather not, because it's just gonna go into your skin, it's gonna actually help
Okay.
keep it, moist. That will subside over time, that little bit of kind of greasy layer.
Okay.
But the aloe vera and vitamin E is gonna continuously, leach from the liner slightly and just protect your skin.
Okay. The chick that I watch, she has the same one.
Alright, so that's the seal right there.
Okay.
This seal does not have a coating on it, so we're gonna put some, you can either put rubbing alcohol or you could put antibacterial hand sanitizer, and it'll help it slide in. We also will give you 2 of these that you can fill with rubbing alcohol and just spray around that seal.
Okay.
And it's
That
just
wintergreen stuff?
You can use wintergreen or just regular,
Okay.
and all it's gonna do is gonna break the surface tension to allow you to get into the socket.
Okay.
I'm gonna get some of that gel.
And then nifty that my phone folds up like that.
Do
That's
you
pretty
have your
cool.
other shoe?
I do. I brought all my other, I brought the 2 that I wear the most with me. This is the one that I'm wearing right now,
So let's use it.
and these are the other 2 that I wear the most.
You won't have a problem with any of it. Okay, pretty good so far. So we'll put a little bit of hand sanitizer on there. And then we'll stand up and
As long as you're not gonna get something to eat.
Yeah, I just wanna get into this profession.
do you currently have a degree?
Oh.
There's a reason I'm asking.
Only degree I have is in diesel mechanics, that's it.
Is it a bachelor's degree?
No, it's associates.
So now it's a master's level program for prosthetics.
Mhm.
There's about 8 schools throughout the country. And you go to school between 4 and 6 years and you end up with a master's degree in prosthetics.
Oh, wow. I would have had a bachelor's degree in fine arts, but the school closed.
Gotcha.
So I got permanently closed, so I can't even go and finish the last 6 months, which stinks.
All right, so at this point, you go ahead and stand up. Just make sure your knee is in the middle, okay?
Man, all the way.
All right.
A lot strong, a lot like harder
Tighter.
than
harder.
I thought it would be. Yeah, tighter.
Keep in mind that you've never worn a socket,
Mhm.
that it probably is just a little tight right now.
Mhm.
After you've walked a few minutes, the volume in your leg's gonna go down significantly.
Okay.
So if I was loose to start off with, you would be in a lot of trouble, or the socket wouldn't fit after a little while. Because actually wearing the socket's gonna get your heart rate up, which in turn is going to pump that fluid out. Okay. So there's a vacuum pump built into that foot, and after about 18 steps or so, all the air should be out of the socket, and you'll actually be suspended with vacuum.
Can I take the small steps like I'm doing now?
Just as long as you're taking steps that are nice and even, that's what we're after.
Use my britches.
Yeah, and whenever you go over that toe, that's what activates that vacuum. That's what draws the air out of that socket.
Oh, okay.
Yep, just like that.
I feel the.
Do you? You feel it pulling? Yeah, just like that. That's pulling the air out.
Maybe I should have stayed in. I mean, if I'd stayed at the college I was at, I was getting a.
Put your weight down on it.
I was getting a kinesiology degree.
Oh yeah.
So that would have actually translated really easily to prosthetics.
To this.
That's actually what I majored in undergrad.
That's what I was wanting to do, was kinesiology.
Yeah.
That's what I started doing when I first went to college. Was kinesiology.
Where did you go for it?
Angelo State University,
Okay.
San Angelo, Texas, where
Okay.
I'm from.
Okay.
If I had followed through while I was in the Marine Corps, then I'd be a kinesiologist. Hot. I think I'm like,
Do you want me to see if I have a female to female rotating stats?
To reduce the height just a little bit.
Yeah. Let me go. Would you like just put it right here? You can. Here, let's see.
not gonna lie,
I'll put it right here. How about that? That way.
it's nice being on two
Yeah.
instead of one.
So right now, that prosthetic side is a little tall. I'm about to reduce the height just a little bit.
Okay.
You should feel quite a bit of spring in that foot.
I do. Especially when you hit the toes.
I'm gonna reduce the height in just a minute. It's gonna feel quite a bit better and more natural.
Yeah, they've been getting on to me about standing like this.
And straightening that knee out.
The crutch I wore before I had my surgery caused my hips to go up like this. So I was in hip therapy like twice a week for the past 2 years. I tried like just getting to and from the house to my from my house to my truck. Tried using that crutch again just because it was a knee crutch. Couldn't do it. It's too painful.
Check this out. I'm gonna hold this down. I want you to try to pull up out of this socket.
That's nice. I don't have to worry about it going anywhere.
Nope. Be right back. I'm gonna go grab a Sharpie so I can adjust these trim lines.
Gotten a lot easier to make the steps than from when I first did it.
Right. And then when I lower that height, it's gonna make it even easier.
You mind if I get a measurement off here real quick?
Sure.
So we don't, this is the one we have, I think it's gonna be
This
Yeah,
is
it's
what,
gonna be a little too short.
pylons?
So the pylon is actually
That
underneath
part.
this tube clamp, yep. And this is called a female to female rotating stats adapter. So you get rotation and it hooks onto the male pylon, the male pyramid on the foot, and then the male pyramid on the socket.
Oh.
This one is a
Oh.
little too short, so I'm gonna order,
I have another item.
let's see. 53, that'll probably be pretty close. Yep, I'm gonna order the 53 millimeter one.
I think Josh wants to see if he has one.
Okay.
There's a foot there, so for all of y'all who joke about me not having a foot. Get what it means, but I like how when I walk, the air goes out of it. I see what that means. I have to learn how to walk. Walk normal, Megan. Can't walk normal.
Go ahead and have a seat for me.
I see what you mean by like it has my hip way up here, because when I tried to walk without using the bars, it felt like I was like limping
Yeah.
because it's so high up.
Well, don't worry, because we're about to fix it.
I have a video that my sister took when I was not when I first lost my leg. So I've got this video, and now I've got one of me walking on too.
Well, you told me when everything was all said and done, you were gonna walk out of here, so.
That's what I plan on doing.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, let's make it for my birthday
Yeah. When's your birthday?
today.
Today? Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
I was looking at the YouTuber that is female marine as well. I was watching her videos. That's how I learned how to do this
Oh, yeah.
and how far up to go. And looking at all her feet, and then looking at this one just tells you since 2019, how much technology has progressed.
Oh my gosh, oh yeah, it's continually changing. That's a good foot. That one came out, what, was it last year or this year? Was it last year or this year?
Last year.
Last year.
And it's rapidly become one of my favorite feet.
Yeah.
Same here. It's a very good foot, very, very lightweight, and it's very dynamic. It has a lot of motion in it. It's a softer foot, you know.
Yeah.
Before that, there was a solid carbon fiber that same company made. It looked kind of like a bigger spring, but it was rigid. It was pretty. You don't get as much movement out of that one as you do with that one. So
Yeah.
that one's even lighter.
Yeah, I noticed more of the movement when I was doing my turnaround to come back, when I'd let go of it and was trying to do my turnaround and come back, and I could feel the movement in the front and the back, and I was like, whoa, that's a lot of movement.
Yeah, it is.
But I'm not used to it. I'm used to it over here. I'm not used to it over here.
Yeah. You know, and another good thing about that foot is the toe is really soft, meaning whenever you go over the toe, it'll flex like this. If the toe's rigid, it'll kind of push back on that knee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it'll push the socket into that knee, and you have to kind of fight to get over it. That's a soft toe, so it should feel really smooth. It should be comfortable. You shouldn't feel a bunch of pushback right here.
So once we get your height optimized, the next thing we're gonna work on is the dynamic alignment and getting that foot in the exact right spot for the smoothest rollover possible.
What's that mean?
Hmm?
The rollover, like on the...
Like from the transition from the heel to the toe off.
Oh, okay.
And this,
Lots.
Need some scissors?
no, I'm gonna leave it long for now. But eventually, all of this will be
My
nice
air.
and sleek when we.
That's my air hose.
Yep. All right. This should feel quite a bit different.
That's way different. Doesn't feel like I'm standing like this. That was a lot easier to turn around.
I'm probably gonna plantar flex it a little. Well, I'm actually gonna extend the socket. Okay. Hang tight for me. Hold on to the ball.
Sorry. You think I would have a belt, but I put on a belt this morning, it made me, and I was like, taking out.
Gotta be comfortable.
I pull up my pants more than anybody in the world, and I own a belt, but I don't like wearing it because it feels like it's suffocating me. It's a lot easier to walk in when my
I'm
hips
actually
are,
gonna reduce the heat.
when my hips are level.
The height makes all the difference in the world.
I can feel it. I can feel that my hip is not sitting way up here. It doesn't hurt as, like when I let go of the bars and I tried to walk,
Okay, stop for me.
it doesn't, it like, before y'all adjusted it,
Mm-hmm.
every time I took a step back here, it hurt.
In the calf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes that can be because the socket is tight and you're not used to it yet. And if that's the case, it'll go on in about 1 to 2 weeks, you know, just that tightness. Because your muscle wasn't used to taking that pressure. If that's not the case, another common cause of that is the alignment. And there's things we can do to change the alignment that'll take some of the stretch out of that muscle and make it feel more comfortable.
Gotta learn how to turn around.
Yeah. You're doing it well though. You know, whenever you turn, so I will say this, a lot of times, whenever people first get their leg and they wanna turn around, they do this, they kinda spin, and then you get all tied up.
Yeah.
So try and focus on just taking baby steps,
Baby steps, turning
just
around.
like this, yeah.
I think I got my military stuck in me when you do a belt turn.
Oh yeah, when you spin on the feet, yep,
Yeah, you just
there you go, there you go, just like that.
feel the squishy when I do that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's it's pushing air out every time I take a step down.
Pushing, what do you mean?
Feels like this goes down and this comes up every time I take a step down. Like
You
it,
feel like the
put-
seal's pulling down
yeah, I
and then this
feel like this
liner's.
is going down because my knee hit, the top of my knee hits this every time I go down and then come back up.
I see what you mean, the liner's stretching a little bit. I wonder if we can get one with a higher seal. Don't they have 2 options?
They do, but I don't think I would go that route.
No?
No. There's not really gonna be anything that stops that. That's just elongation in the body of the liner itself.
And will that change too when, as my leg gets used to the socket?
No, you're probably gonna continue to feel that little bit of motion.
But I mean, I don't think it's gonna be anything that bothers you, it's just,
It's just something new. Okay.
Yeah, because even if I tighten the end though, you're still gonna get that.
stop for me right there. I do wanna tighten these wings just a little bit. But this can get removed. Okay.
You need me to rotate?
No, I'll catch you on the way back.
Catch you on the flip side.
Mm-hmm.
Off balance. There's a bar. I could have grabbed it.
So when was your amputation? How long has it been?
January 30th was my amputation.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, your balance is it's gonna take a little while to come back. You know, it's been a little while since you were walking.
Yeah.
You know, the crutches aren't the same.
No, they're not.
As you know, I'm sure you're ready to get rid of them.
Oh yeah, you should see my nephew. Yeah, he's terrified of my
Of your crutches?
stump.
Oh,
No,
your
he's
stump?
terrified of my stump. So, anytime he's around, I'll wave at him
Yeah,
from it,
yeah.
and then I'll chase him on my crutches. And he goes, he ran down the hallway, and he goes, "How are you so fast?" Like when you're on crutches for on and off for like 11 years. Oh,
11 years?
You get you get fast. Yeah, that's when I got out as a veteran, and that's when everything really. I mean, it injured in the military, but 2006 is when I injured it, and but I've been basically on and off crutches since, well, I'd say 2006. So more than 11 years.
It's a long time.
Yeah. 2013 is when they first started trying to fix it. So that's 11 years. Itchy. I wonder if it's my skin itches because of the socket, because of the
That silicone that was on there?
no, I think it's because of I have really dry skin and really sensitive skin, so that shrinker makes my skin itch. But I wore the little strip that Josh gave me like overnight. I forgot it was on my leg, so I know it doesn't irritate my leg. I just think
It may just be still irritated from that brown shrinker, huh?
yes.
Sorry, Sorry?
Has the hands free.
There you go.
I feel like I'm at an angle when I do that, when I turn around like that.
Yeah, it's just gonna take some practice. I remember one of the first feet Josh and I ever fit of those ProFlex XT on somebody. Remember that guy like this? Because it was so light, he wasn't used to it. So, you know, he was used to a foot that was a little heavier, and he got used to, he was walking normal with the older foot that he had, and we fit one of those on him, and it was like the leg was floating.
I just like the suspension that you get with this system.
Feels like I'm walking on a minus this part. Minus this part, it feels like I'm walking on my own foot almost. Well, it is my own foot, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, it feels natural.
Yes, it does.
Feels pretty natural, yeah.
Which is definitely gonna help when I start hiking.
Oh yeah, you like to hike?
Yes, I love hiking. I have my first hike back as an amputee is July 27th, the weekend of July 27th. So it will be July 27th. It's an all-day event.
Yeah.
So
Where will it be?
Galveston, Texas.
Okay.
They're called Sophie's Hikes. And I did my very first one in 2015, which was the first year that they actually started. So I'll be taking my first steps on this hike as an amputee in the same place that I started.
You're gonna do great.
I'm of course gonna take my wheelchair with me, just to be on the safe side,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't wanna be without it, like if I need to take a break.
Mm-hmm. You want me to adjust that socket, Josh? Those trim lines?
Yeah.
All right. You don't mind, will you have a seat for us? I'm gonna
Yeah.
Borrow that for a little bit.
So I made just two minor changes to the alignment, and I bet you it feels different.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
that's how important alignment is. Just a very small deviation makes a big difference, makes a noticeable impact. All right, so
I've made a lot of changes to it, and I can feel the different.
let her take it off.
I wanna see it, I wanna see. Medial side, does that bother you? Yeah, I'm gonna lower the medial side just a hair.
He's good at.
I have it marked.
You
He has
do?
it all marked.
Okay.
So
Push the button, and while you're pushing the button, push the socket off. So you have to, by pushing the button, you're letting air back in. Okay. Nice. So we're the right volume, because that came off with a little bit of a difficulty, but not much. That's right where we want to be.
Awesome. What you think, guys? to Sean. Wah. They're gonna go fix the foot. There's a couple things that have to be fixed on it. As y'all saw, they were fixing it because it was a little too high up in my hips and it was, the alignment was off, but I'm excited. Yes, yes, yes.